Alright guys, so this video I'm putting together is going to be my squat progression, pretty much about 3 years of squatting, and I made a lot of big mistakes, so I'm going to address all those in this footage. It's just going to be a voiceover. The footage I'm going to show I think is going to date back to like December 2018 to today pretty much. So I'm going to go over simple, really helpful tips that I think are overlooked at times, and some of these tips are before you even get under the bar. So I'm going to go over that. I'm going to go over high bar squatting, low bar squatting, because in this footage I do both. I'm going to explain why you might want to do one or the other. But yeah, that's really it. Let's just get into the footage, and I'll start the voiceover.
Bitch boy.
There I am getting called a bitch boy right off the bat to start this video by my friend Matt, who's filming this set. But yeah, I got a lot of squat footage, so I want to make the best of it and really pick apart each individual video, go over things I'm doing well, things I'm not doing well, tips that have helped me get a bigger squat over the years. Now these videos are chronological order, dating back to like December 2018 to present day. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, early on in my squat career, I was completely ego lifting. I knew what proper form should look like and the tips, but I was so, I mean, there I am taking a huge back slap before, hitting a weight that I shouldn't even be attempting. But again, I knew the cues, but I wasn't applying them because I was more fixated on the weight um, that I wanted to hit that day. Um, Now it's kind of hard to see this one individually. Descent's not great, and my lower back is arched, which is something that took me a while to correct. Here, just lifting too much weight. My hips are back and my knees are bent before I even descend, so I'm failing this before that vid even starts. And unfortunately, this is actually on my birthday. I fail 365 3 times in a row. Same thing on this one. My hips are back. I have no glute tightness before I even descend. My knees are bent. Upper back tightness is it's all right. But here we are again. You see it? Hips are back, knees are bent. Before I even descend, I'm like in the squat position before I descend. Try to grind that one out. Nope. Here I am hitting some volume. I got good upper back tightness. Now this is every video we've seen before this, besides the first one, has been high bar squatting. So I got the bar on my traps and I'm pinning my shoulder blades back, pinching them back, almost trying to, like, I don't know, pinch something, whatever. But then I'm pulling the bar into my back at the same time. That creates a ton of upper back tightness that you'll feel it in your lats, but that keeps a really sound structure. But you need to pair that with super, super tight glutes, as well as a tight core that you get from taking that breath of air and pressing it into your belt. You want to feel that tightness in all those muscles when you're standing straight up before you descend. This video, I actually remember this lift vividly. This was summer 2019, and I was lifting like there was a gun to my head on every single rep of every single set, just going all in. I was on a cut. I think I weighed like 185, so that fatigue. You feel that fatigue real quick. I mean, you feel it before you even get in the gym sometimes, just because of how low the calorie intake is daily. But um, yeah, so after summer 2019, fall 2019, I wanted to start bulking up. So here's me hitting a low bar. Now I'll say from this angle, you could tell right off the bat something that I don't like that I'm doing is I'm looking right in the mirror. You don't want your head looking straight in front of you. You don't want to be looking up. You want your neck to be packed. You want to tuck your chin back, and this is something that I still, just to this day, have issues with. My head's moving around a lot of the times. That is something I'm trying to fix. You want to keep your neck stable just like you would any other part of your body on the squat. Um, so there I am missing the pins, missing them on the other side after I get them corrected on the one side. Now, here's actually me dressed like Ronald McDonald in this one. I'm not really sure why I'm wearing a yellow shirt with red pants. It's a hilarious color combo there, but regardless. Yeah, this is low bar, so instead of putting on your traps, it's below your traps. It's on your rear delts. Now again, everything applies though. You get that upper back tightness, glute tightness. You press your stomach, so you take that deep breath of air, and then you press that into the belt before the descent. And then when you're coming out of the hole, you slowly let the air out. Now in this, I got my hips are rising because I'm not driving with my glutes. That's like, that is, looking back, that is something that really just hindered my squat from progressing. But this is a good angle to go over probably my favorite squat tip, whether it's high bar or low bar. But that's your bar path, and you want to keep the bar over the center of your foot the whole entire lift. When you're squatting, it's a balancing act, um, but when you keep the bar over the center of your foot, it makes it way easier to descend, keep tightness throughout your body, and drive off the ground, get out of that hole, which is definitely an issue I've had in the past. That's a grinder right there, but yeah, it's a low bar. But sorry, I went a little off topic there, but here's a 1 rep max, 385. This is not a pretty rep at all. Hips rise. I'm not using my glutes at all. You can see it right there. I'm not driving them forward. I mean, I do at the very end, but I look shocked after that one. Here's 405. It's too heavy. I shouldn't have not been going for that. This is a low bar. That 385 before was a PR. And I was like, you know what? Let's try 405. Nope. Now this is February 2020, so this is kind of like when COVID started. As far as the lockdowns go for gyms, if I remember correctly. So after this vid, there's a pretty big gap between this and the next one. But on this one, I'm trying to stay way too upright, which on a low bar, you're actually leaning forward more. Whereas a high bar, you're going to be more upright. But I have that arch in my lower back, which is a stripper squat, and you don't want that at all. That's going to cause a ton of back pain. Now, here's a more recent vid. This is like fall, winter, 2020, 2021. But yeah, these are looking a lot better. These are high bar. Got that upper back tightness. Again, I am trying to pinch my shoulder blades after I pinch my shoulder blades, I then pull the bar into my back. This all has to be done before the bar comes off. You can't lift the bar off of it with a soft back and then try to find that tightness. That was an issue I had early on with squats, where I kind of like descended with a soft posture, and I try to find that tightness as I was coming out of the hole. Here's here's a huge PR for me. This is actually 315 for 10. I've been waiting a long time to hit this. This was actually after a 7x3. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling good today. I'm going for a set of 10 with 315. Good tight upper back tightness. My whole torso is moving as one single unit. I got my chin tucked, looking, 6 feet ahead of me. That's why I like squatting without a mirror, because when you have the mirror, sometimes it's hard to not look at your form. Again, you don't want to be looking straight ahead. You don't want to be looking up. You want to have your chin tucked, packing your neck. Yeah, got good glute tightness, and I'm pulling. This is another good tip: is when you're descending, you want to be pushing your knees out. Don't overdo it, but you want to pull yourself into the ground when you're descending. If you, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you pull yourself into the ground when you're descending, it makes it very easy to keep that tightness and then use that tightness to come back out of the hole. Here's a set of 5 with 350. Now, I know these past couple videos I'm wearing the same thing. These are not all on the same day. It just so happens that I rock that sweatshirt on almost all my lifts, which is actually um, my cousin's YouTube channel, Moving Weight Fishing. So definitely give that channel a look, because he is moving some weight, and that's hands down my favorite sweatshirt to lift in. It's the only sweatshirt I lift in. But back to the squats. There's another grinder rep, a little bit too explosive towards the end because the weight's bouncing, and if the weight's like bouncing around when you get up, you might lose some of that tightness. Here's a set of 12 with 295. This is a PR. And let's break this down. So, I have upper back tightness. I'm pulling the bar into me. My glutes are tight. Now I pull myself into the ground. I press and I drive my glutes forward as I come back up. Pull myself into the ground. Drive my glutes forward as I come up. Again, I pull myself into the ground, press off the ground, drive my glutes forward. That's a critical key that's been helping me lift just way more weight, smoothly too, because I used to just lift heavy weights horribly with just nasty form, in a bad way, not a good way. I got a good neutral back, lower back. I don't have that back arch. Back arch is something I've had issues on with deadlifting as well as squatting, and that can cause a ton of back pain, back stiffness. But yeah, this is my 405. Saw it in the last video for the max outs. Been waiting a long time to hit this. Get my back tightness, pull the bar into my back, drive my glutes forward to get the bar off the rack. Glutes tight, core tight, back tight. Pull myself into the ground, drive those glutes forward. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's where I'm at now. So I'll catch you all in the next one.